Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flick Show. My name is Chris Wong. There is only one thing I really want to talk about today, and that is the Aquaman extended video that came out this morning. I waited all day to talk about this. Watched it, man, not as much as I would like. 10 times? Is that too much? But it is great. I said in my last video, just last night, that I was like kind of hyped, but not really for Aquaman. He's not like one of my favorite DC heroes. But after watching this, it took me over the edge, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to watch this thing. Well, for one thing, the music is absolutely fantastic. I think this now most of the music in here is probably not. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it may not be part of the score, but hopefully the music in terms of some of the scenes in here are part of the movie because it sounds great. It sounds great, and I'm really ready to get the score if this is the real music, and I hope it is, and I think it is. And I wouldn't. Why wouldn't it be? It's pretty close. I mean, some movies actually do release their actual scores for the trailers, and I think this is one of them because it really has a couple actual scenes in here. It's not like it's not just a cut up trailer. There's actually scenes in this extended video, and that's why they call it extended video. But a lot of the things that come out to me were how it looks fantastical, it looks vibrant, it looks beautiful. The water effects are awesome. The fight scenes is incredible. Nicole Kidman kicking ass as the queen. Holy crap! Like you just see her just. It is like amazing stuff. It's amazing camera work, this thing. I mean, I cannot. Wow, they could have just made a static shot and just had her do some fights and stuff. And no, they made it incredibly visceral, and I am just amazed I'm just in awe at how badass she is in that. And so that's one of the things that really stood out. I said, yes, she's not just going to have a talking role. She's going to kick some ass. And she looks like she's really kicking some ass. So I really like that visceral feel of it. The action's incredible. It's almost like Zack Snyder fighting right here, right? It's just it doesn't have that slow mo thing, but it's got some of that great fights. And the one thing, the biggest thing that really made this thing shine is the rooftop chasing when the Mara's flying over. There was a one shot. It's a one shot take of the what are those villains where they were running through the hall. We've seen that kind of style of chasing through the hallway, going through the walls, kind of like X-Men and the other Luc Besson movie that came out. I can't remember that space one. What movie was that? The kid from Chronicle. Well, anyway, so that was similar to that, but it was so cool. The music's a and the camera comes out. It's chasing Mara across the roof, and it pans out. She gets shot, and then it comes back to Aquaman, and he gets shot, blues, and it gets to the next scene, and it's like I'm a sucker for one shot takes. I love one shot takes. It's amazing. One shot takes are just incredible, especially when it does to action set pieces. James Wan has done one shot set takes before, although I think I can only remember the first two Conjuring movies where the one shot goes through a house to introduce all the different family members. But I've seen things in like other movies that done really well, and that's why I think even directors like John Francis Daley and Jonathan Goldstein, who did Game Night, they did a one-shot take with chasing after that egg thing, and that was incredible. So, but I love it in this, and the music fits really well. It's so freaking cool. That sold it for me. That really did. That rooftop scene, that's awesome. That was incredibly awesome. It's really it's just a mind blowing awesome, and hopefully there's more of that. That actually was the highlight of the whole thing. I know I get people got the jokes in, but the jokes and the way the adventure feel, it really feels like old Indiana Jones type humor and comedy. You know, that old action movie flick type comedy, and that's good. That flows a little bit better. The smart ass hero with the smarter woman who's more proper. You know, it's like that Indiana Jones. It really is like how they said it's like Michael Douglas and in the, what do you call, oh my god, I just Romancing the Stone, and it really has that feel to it. I'm not kidding with just seeing those little scenes. So I'm really digging it. I'm really digging this, guys. I really am. And also the ending finally when you get that's the shot. That's his costume. Comic accurate costume. Mostly comic accurate. You know, I have some friends who are already saying that, you know, the flare is too long or something, but come on. But it's pretty comic book accurate. And I dig it. I think it's James Wan's version of the Aquaman suit, and I know a lot of people out there who are kind of like, in a way, want to see more Zack Snyder influence, and you know, it really depends on how you see it. You know, people are like, this is not part of the Snyder Verse. I mean, it depends what you thinking the Snyder Verse really is right now. Snyder Verse, if you're talking about Snyder Verse, how it's going to be the 5-film part arc, no, I think that's gone. That's been gone for a while. I mean, Zack Snyder did shoot the ending scenes of like Superman ripping his shirt, so he really intended that Justice League to end in a certain way. That's why we don't know if the Snyder Cut is going to be the 5-film part arc, or it's what I believe is the we all say no compromise, but like the last compromise before he was done, that what he wanted to do with that. So like it ended it bow tie nicely. But we also learned that Zack Snyder also was on record to that he wanted to give James Wan the opportunity to introduce Atlantis. So he gave him that. He wanted the next directors for The Flash to give them opportunity to have their own design in the costume. So he gave them that creative freedom. And we should really be championing this because Aquaman is a James Wan film. It's not a Zack Snyder film. It's a James Wan film. And in my terms, Snyder Verse, it's part of a Snyder Verse if you really think about it, because they didn't reset what Zack Snyder had started. They didn't recast Aquaman. They didn't recast Wonder Woman. They didn't, for the most part, they didn't recast Ben Affleck as Batman yet. You know, not that we're, but Ezra Miller is still the Flash. All right, so this is not a world reset. This is not a universe reset. So you can kind of say it is still part of the Snyderverse because Zack Snyder started all, hired all these people, casted all these heroes and heroines, including Mera, of course. So this is still the Snyderverse. So you can give him that. You know, I would really give him that. So as part of that, if you see it that way, as like even Snyderverse Light, if you will, it is continuing on Zack Snyder's legacy and the fact that this is James Wan's film, James Wan's own interpretation of Aquaman. I think we should really keep an open mind when we watch this film. But I mean, just look at the trailer. It is fantastic. The monsters, the creatures, the fighting. We've seen that before. The artistic work of it just looks out of this world, incredible, magnificent. And I think people aren't expecting this to be as epic as they think it's not gonna be, but it definitely looks like it. It definitely has the feel of the epicness to it, especially the speech at the end. We're not looking for a king. We're looking for a hero, you know, and then boom, hero shot of him coming out, and it's just awesome. I think this is great. I think this is fantastic. I'm actually a lot more excited for the movie after watching this trailer, and I think you guys are too, from what I believe. But and that is it. I mean, New York Comic Con is still going on. We've got another one. Today's Friday, so there's gonna probably more stuff Saturday and Sunday. Will it be anything on the DCU? I have no idea. I don't know. Wasn't there supposed to be something with Shazam, or was that something that was not going to happen? But Aquaman is the next movie coming out, so they're really, really pushing the marketing on this, and in a big way. I think nobody saw this coming. But in a big way, this extended video had brought a lot of waves. No pun intended. Or maybe it did. I intended that pun. It brought a lot of waves to this movie. And hopefully people come in droves to watch this film. It is a really packed month. Let me see what's going on that month actually, because like someone asked me if I would have changed the date, and I think I still would have changed the date, or I would ask that other movies change their date, because it really is super packed, and it just doesn't do either studios, Warner Brothers, DC, or Paramount Pictures, wherever else is going to come out on this 21st. Oh my God. Okay, so it's Aquaman, Warner Brothers, Bumblebee, Paramount, Holmes and Watson, Sony and Columbia, the PG-13 Deadpool movie, and Welcome to Marwen. I don't know what that is. It's also Universal Film. There's five studios here, major motion pictures, that are releasing on this day. You crazy. I mean, so everybody's staying away from even Wednesday, because Wednesday is essentially a release, the 19th essentially release of that same week. Mary Poppins Returns, also within that week. It is packed and crazy. They really should release it on the 26th. I mean, look at the week of the 26th. So of course, that's already going into the new year almost. Maybe there's only Vice, and that's a limit. I guess they're expecting that some of these movies will push on to the week after. But the week before that's got Mortal Engines, Clint Eastwood's The Mule, second act, which is that, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, so that could be it too. And the week before, I mean, it really should come out the first week of December. If there's only The Silence on there, they should really break that up. I don't know what they're thinking here. They should really, really break that up. Someone's got to move in order to get, I mean, that's just a packed weekend. That's just unbelievably too much. Mary Poppins, Aquaman, Bumblebee, Holmes and Watson, Deadpool. Come on, guys, someone move. That's just ridiculous. But anyway, I hope Aquaman does well. But I also hope these other movies as well, because I want to see them as well. And I really hope that some people are looking at that chart like they're not just playing chicken here. Do some smart decisions. Contact each other or something. Someone move. It doesn't do any of those studios any good for to be on the same weekend like that. But anyway, Aquaman, incredible, fantastic, love it, love it, love it. The music, hopefully that's the music. Sounds incredible. The visuals, awesome. I mean, I can't talk. It's. You've probably seen a huge slew of reactions now, probably telling you the same exact thing, or something else entirely. I have no idea. But I am looking forward to Aquaman coming December 21st. Although I would advise them go December 7th. Just go December 7th, or someone go December. Bumblebee move, Mary Poppins move, someone move. All right, guys. Well, that is it for today. Aloha Friday. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.